Hello, Tashawn Jackson here. I have an interesting story time to share. It's really good. I almost didn't want to talk about it, but it's so good I have to share. In fact, I was told to show my face on camera this time instead of just typing it out. Because I actually typed it out. But I said, you know what? I'll just show my face. Anyway, this this event took place last May, June of 2022. I met with a couple over Zoom because they were traveling. In fact, he was in a wedding I photographed in 2018, and she was in a wedding I think 2020 or 2021, somewhere that summer. Anyway, they got together, they got engaged, having a wedding in Jamaica. And the wedding was June of 2023 of this year. Anyway, so we met in May or June of 2022. We met over Zoom. We discussed the wedding day plans they were talking about, things that are important to them when it comes to photography. They shared that they wanted their welcome party documented, they wanted the rehearsal dinner documented, the full day wedding, they wanted the day after celebrations, and just spend time with them telling their love story in Jamaica. Them, their friends, and their family. I think they had about 70 guests, I believe. At any rate, I said not a problem because if you know me, you know I like to document everything on a wedding day and the entire wedding weekend itself. It's not just one day for me; it's about the entire weekend if I'm available. I told them, well, I'll put together a proposal. I would get you guys a budget and plan for it. I said, hey, when you get the proposal, let's discuss it. We can make adjustments if needed. That said, that works for them, but they'll have to have a meeting with their planner as well to discuss early planning stages of their wedding. I send the proposal over. 2 days later, I think 2 or 3 days later, the groom sends me a message and says, hey, they got the proposal. It's a little over the budget, but they'll make the adjustments because they want what I'm offering them. And he mentioned they got to have the wedding albums for themselves and their parents. All right, they want stuff to hang on the wall because I talk about those things on a regular basis. Well, the planner met with them, and you know me, I'm very pro planner. I'm pro professional experience planner. I'm pro collaborating together. I'm pro like let's work together as a team to make the best wedding day experience, the best wedding weekend possible for our clients. No egos involved. We also come to understand that not every wedding professional has the vast experience or the network or the education to know what's possible in the wedding space. Again, the couple had very specific requests they wanted from me. Well, the planner told them after she also read the proposal and told them she could save them $10,000 or so by using one of the photographers that she uses on a regular basis. And for me, that's fine, right? That's fine because it's for me, that's business. You want to make a recommendation? That's fine. If they can do the job that I can do, have at it. But in the planner, along I was told she said something like, "Wedding photography shouldn't cost that much money because she gonna save them like over $10,000 using the person. And the person they use, I'm told, they're good wedding photographer. They shoot a lot of weddings, but they don't do destinations. They've never done destination wedding before, and I guess they're giving them a good deal for this their first one. Anyway, I'm like, that's fine. The couple stayed in touch with me. They made two recommendations to their friends, and I shot their weddings already. I have actually not shot one already, and one's coming up in 2024. Well, this weekend, the bride, the now wife, sends me a message, and I took some notes on the items that were problematic for them. They got their photos back. They got married in June of this year again, and they got their photos back last month, I believe. Anyway, five things that were problematic. Well, she told me the photographer was very nice on wedding day. Very nice person. He came solo, and she thought that was, should have been more than one person because a lot of moving parts happening. At any rate, the first look was a disaster. They're running behind schedule to begin with, and they're trying to beat the sunset because things are running late on wedding day. She said the photos came out foggy because the photographer mentioned something about his camera or lens were fogging up during the first look. And as an experienced wedding photographer, we know that's a normal thing. And experience tells us how to resolve that. That many times you leave the hotel room, you leave one temperature, go out into humid space, and the lens and the camera fogs up. And there's nothing you can do about that. But you have to prepare for it. That's another conversation. So first look photos were not that good. They were foggy. They didn't use film cameras that they promised. They used film presets, and the couple noticed the film presets didn't have the look or the feel of real film photography. The photographer, I guess, left his film camera at home, so he used a filter instead. The bride said he used a, she said he used a filter, but it's just a preset they use. Sometimes people use presets to look, have the film look, but it doesn't always work that way. The third thing was he wasn't adequately staffed. There are too many moving parts on wedding day. He's not omnipresent, so he was rushing to do multiple things when he could have been had an assistant or a second shooter there. He wasn't adequately staffed. The fourth one I was told he took way too long to get the photos back. Apparently, he was slammed with his day job, a very busy schedule, and a lot of weddings that he's been documenting. He's trying to catch up, so it took them a lot longer to get their photos back. I think a little bit after the contracted time. That happens. Doesn't happen to me. I try my best to make sure all my photos are out on time, and they kept pressing, "Hey, where's the photos? Where's the photos? Where's the photos?" And it's always an excuse. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. But they just were slammed in life and in work. And I'm told the daytime photos were okay, but the night there was an outside reception, and the photographer didn't have adequate lighting for an outdoor reception that took place at night. So the problem I ran into, or the problem I have with this, is again, I have no problems with planners making recommendations, but don't tell a couple I can save you XYZ by using someone who doesn't have the same experience. Don't don't project your relationship with money on your clients. If you don't think a photographer should get paid 10, 15, whatever, if you don't, feel like they should get paid $5,000, don't tell your clients that. If clients have very specific needs, there's a cost to that need. There's a very specific cost to it. You also make adjustments along the way, but don't say, I don't think this should cost this. Because no one's going to tell a planner, I don't think you should get this as your salary. We know that there are costs involved as a wedding vendor, as a business owner itself. There's taxes involved. There's payroll taxes. Depending on your infrastructure, your legal structure, you got to pay employment tax, all these different things, all right? It's not just all profit that's what we're getting. We have bills to pay, a lot of expenses to run a business. But don't project how you feel about money on your clients. Don't count their pockets. If they say, hey, I want a Lamborghini, I want my Lamborghini, give them the Lamborghini if they can afford it. It's not your job to tell them, I'm going to save you this, save you that, and provide something that's not adequate. Because now the couple's not too happy about it. Again, they wanted very specific things. They came understaffed. The guy didn't even offer them any albums and so forth. So guess who has to design an album now? I'll gladly do it. Because that's the thing. Sometimes photographers don't offer album design for their couples, and the couples will outsource it. And I'll gladly outsource it and make some extra money from that. Yeah, so that's my story time today, and I hope that you guys learn from it. Again, don't project your insecurities about money on your clients. It's not a good look.